right, all right.
It's that rain from outside.
Yeah, we need to get a bigger budget so we can make up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, no. You're going to see my shiny head before I wear some makeup.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LDM Show. Today we got a good show for you. I'm Charles Aloma. This is my boy Will Davis out here. So first of all, you know how we do. Weather today sucked.
It was horrible.
But we need it. We need it.
Man, I don't care if we need it.
We need the rain.
Nah,
we need the rain.
Do you see a farm in New York City?
No, but I'm saying it washes away all the zombies and all that.
I work in a hospital. No, it don't.
Oh, no.
It brings them in.
Yeah, it brings them in. All right. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick it in right away because we have a good guest, and we're gonna have a lot of fun today talking about something that we like, especially him. He loves it. He knows it more than me. But let's get to a little bit of word on the street. So. All right. Well, I like that little intro.
Right?
Word in the street, right? But not too much. I don't know if you have anything, but it's not that much stuff going on in the street lately. It's just the bugs are still being
buggy.
I seen a tree full of those at one time.
I was walking down the street the other day and saw a couple where the lady pointed out every one of those bugs.
Yeah.
And the guy would swat it on the wall or stomp it. If he saw a dead one on the floor, would stomp it again, make sure it's dead. And he was just attacking random. I was just like, you really don't have to take that news report so seriously.
We don't have a farm. People, we don't have a farm. It's not affecting us.
I was dying laughing. And that was up in Harlem where there's no trees.
Right? It's like, now I can see in Central Park because they said it kills the trees and stuff like that. But no. Come on, don't take it serious.
I was on 118th Street in Amsterdam.
They just trying to.
Hey, Rosa.
Hey, Rosa, how's it going? Just trying to get your mind off of something else. But other than that.
I did have one news story that happened this week that I thought was hilarious, right? So the rapper Yo Gotti was in the middle of an interview, right? Mm-hmm. And his girlfriend, Angela Simmons, called him. So in the middle of the interview, he sees his phone ring. He answered it. He goes, "Yo, babe, I'm in an interview." She said, "Oh," and hangs up, right? Yeah. And now, every woman on the internet, you know how Twitter be working, right? Is like, "Oh, you see, even he can answer his girl's phone call while he's in the middle of an interview," right?
No.
And I was just like, y'all are really hyping up the fact your man's not picking up. Because here's the difference, right? You have Yo Gotti, this multi-millionaire rapper who, when you're a rapper, you're essentially an independent contractor, right?
Right.
So everything's in your time. These people are here to interview you, so whatever the time you give them is yours. Mm-hmm. Your boyfriend, your husband, your fiance, your lover, whatever it is that you're trying to text during their 9 to 5, 7 to 3, whatever job, has a boss. And Lord happen if that boss see him answer his phone in the middle of a work day. You get what I'm saying? That's why he ain't picking up. It's a different world.
Be like, yeah, chill. I think this is my girl. Oh, sorry, my supervisor. No, I'm still sick. You can't do that.
You see what I'm saying?
You can't.
At the same time, shout out to Angela Simmons for realizing, you're busy, and just hung up. Not long. Oh, bye, love you, babe. No, just
one of those. Yeah, okay, you're not busy. Put the guy on the phone.
Word, right?
Put the host on the phone.
Exactly. Somebody said, when you have the ability to answer that phone call whenever, that makes sense. So shout out to him for, picking up for his girl's call. But at the same time, respect to her being like, you're busy? Let me leave you alone.
Yeah, but, you got to think about it. He's a millionaire. The host of the show is going to be like, well, it's on his time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really need him on my show anyway.
Right.
So, but if you're just a regular guest or something like that, and especially you're not going to pick up a phone.
Can you imagine the random person on Jerry Springer just picking up a phone call in the middle of finding out that, I'm sorry, I'm on TV right now. My girlfriend just cheated with my brother. Right? No, that's not happening.
We can't pick up the phone. And then you'll be like, yeah, I'm on Jerry. What? It's not my kid? Wait, give me a second. What? No. But it's one of those things where they take one little thing and
that totally turn the whole story. And I'm just like, this is why you have to love or hate the internet. It's just like the silliness that becomes viral, right? It's and this is one of those stories. I'm seeing people literally make videos commenting on the reactions more so than even the fact of what happened.
Right.
It's like, why is everybody so hyped about it?
And then you can see that she wasn't a toxic person.
Yeah.
So that's why he didn't pick up the phone for you, because he don't want to hear your toxic.
Right, because of the average person, you pick up that phone call, it turns into a 5-minute, I need to get off the phone instead of just getting off the phone.
Why you got to get off the phone? I'm in an interview. Yeah, right. You're not in no interview. If
Who's
you were,
interviewing
you would have never picked up the phone.
Right.
But if I won't pick up the phone, you'll be mad about it. Well, that's what. So it's going to go back and forth. And then as soon as they be like, you hung up, okay, back to the interview. For what? We already ended, the credits already came up and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. You know, and we're live. We can't even do that, you know? It's like, cut to the court. Cut to the commercial. Like, you know, we can't even do that, you know? So it's one of those things. But, yeah, that's crazy. I got to look into that one.
To be fair, though, if your wife were to message you while you're on there, it's probably to give you a note because she's in the sound room.
Yeah, and we don't have out here. You know, I'm tired of knocking on the window trying to get your attention because she's our engineer. But and we have to pay attention. If not, she's gonna put those earpieces back on us, and that was annoying half of the time.
Yeah.
Those earpieces, like what? What you were saying? No, I'm not talking to you. I was
talking to
the earpiece. I'm in the earpiece. You know. So, but yeah. Other than that,
not much this week.
Much.
It's been a good week.
Not much this week. You know, the dumb mayor has cooled down a little bit, so that's good.
He's figured out how to point those fans at the sky.
Yeah. He's still. I guess that's why he's busy. He's still trying to, you know, blow the red air off the sky, you know, if it's still burning. I don't even know if it's still burning, but nothing was burning more than the Bronx back in the 80s. But anyway, so other than that, I was thinking about I bumped into a couple stupid people.
Again?
Yeah.
On the bus?
No. This time it was in the pizza place.
Oh.
This lady, tell me why. This is how this world is coming to. Guy puts the owner or the let's say the cashier puts the food and then was giving it to this older lady. This other lady comes and says, "Is that mine?" And he said, "Wait, let me see. Did you have the blah 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 chicken, whatever it was?" And the older lady said, "Oh no, that's mine." She said, "Oh okay." And he said, "So what you ordered?" He said, "I didn't order nothing yet." Holy crap! Yo, I looked at her like, did she just seriously say she didn't order nothing, but she's asking if that's hers?
I'm gonna hope that she's just like a regular who just has like.
I was assuming that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I never seen that.
Let's just. I don't.
She was regular when not my time.
But to be fair, are you there all the time?
Not really.
Exactly. So if you're here, you
but
can't
I'm
be there.
there at least 3 times in the weekend.
Oh.
I mean the weekday.
Okay, so that means there are 4 days you're not there.
Okay, yeah. But still.
That's the only possible conclusion I got.
But if you would have seen the face of the cashier, who's the owner, and be there every day, he was like, "What?" And then he looked at me, and I just said, I put my hands up like, I was like one of those old Spanish people. I don't know nothing. Mijo, I don't know nothing. I was just like that because I was like, wait a minute.
Only in New York.
Oh, only in New York, I'm telling you. So, again, you know, all the you know, we keep it real. We old school. So all the stupid things that happen, let us know because we want to say it online because that is so funny.
It's great.
It's like you really going to ask.
It's some things you ordered and you didn't even order.
It's like, and then when she ordered, it was totally something different. The guy said, "Oh, okay, that we have to cook." So this order he took out right from the oven that was behind him. You know, the chicken, like the breast, the bomb. Right. And you watching him. So why you asking that's your order? So you did
she didn't even place an order.
Two things. You didn't place an order, and you see him taking out the chicken, then that's not even what you wanted.
But was it hers?
Listen. She needs to get out the Bronx. That's what she needs to do.
Send her to Jersey.
Send her, yeah, go to New Jersey, bro. Go with those people. Staten Island? Nah, they're little.
Not Jersey Junior. Send her to Jersey.
Yeah. You gotta send them to Jersey. Get them over there. You know, or better yet, go to Texas. You know?
No.
No, because Texas, hey boy, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we are not sending anything to Texas because they're already sending things to New York.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but don't be in the Bronx. That's all. We got enough of y'all. Nah, but you know, that's all we have. Because I really want to go into this thing. We're talking about comics and superheroes and
I love geek stuff.
And
I love it.
Even wrestlers and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
You know, speaking about wrestling, real quick, WWE killed Roman Reigns' story already. Goodness gracious.
No.
What they gonna do?
Cody.
The same thing.
It's Cody.
It's gonna be in WrestleMania. They stretching it to WrestleMania.
I know, but the whole thing is, did you not see the documentary after the thing for
Oh
Cody
yeah,
Rhodes.
of course.
Right? And
When documentary comes out, championship goes in.
but that's what I'm saying. So they
But
built
why
it
wait till WrestleMania?
because the first hype was you thought Cody Rhodes was gonna get it.
True.
Right?
Okay,
I
got
just
you.
like, nah, psych.
I got you.
What's going on? They give him a Brock Lesnar run, right, to legitimize him.
Right.
Even Brock had to acknowledge him.
Mm-hmm.
You have Roman doing the back and forth with the brothers, so now they have the bloodline rivalry, and at the same time, they're going to use it probably to build up the youngest from the family.
Yeah, true.
Because they already built that headway coming through, right? And even in the match, he's like, "You're going to respect me. What are you doing?" Right?
Yeah,
Especially since he wasn't still tribal chief at the time. And now there's going to be a bit more fluctuation with that.
And then they'll keep the family going because now the Usos will fight each other.
And they already told you, right, that they're going to be bringing in the other side.
The one cousin that was supposed to be on NXT.
Right.
And
Money
stuff.
in the Bank is going to be coming to play later.
Right.
Right. So there's a whole other stable that they're going to have to fight against. So they're going to need to reunite.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to get that leading into Cody Rhodes. And I feel Cody Rhodes will probably be with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
And you hear this first. Don't be shocked if they move The Rock's daughter from NXT to the regular.
But she hasn't had a real match yet.
But don't be shocked because it's a family problem.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? You know?
That's true too.
It could be, that's why she's in the at the center again, learning new moves.
I don't know, because remember they were still talking about Roman and Rock in L.A.
Yeah. Anyway, but anyway, we won't get to some good comic stuff and good superheroes, and like I want to find out what kind of superhero we would have been.
Flash.
Flash?
Black Flash.
Why?
Do you not know me?
But I'm saying, well, yeah, you're running around like
everywhere.
You're running around like
always.
him here, there.
Held a bunch of records in track in high school.
It's so funny, guys. You don't see when I'm doing interviews the people in the back, the camera guy. This guy's running here, going there. Hey, you want this interview? I got next. He's like, next one in the background, and I'm interviewing, looking at him, going, I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, Flash. I think I was telling my son because my son asked me that same question. I was like, maybe a mind controller.
Some sort of telekinetic.
Yeah, some kind, I'd be like, stupid questions. No more stupid questions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, Professor X. I hope you're ready to get that cancer.
I know, right? I'll have
to
cam to sit down. But why all the people that read minds are in wheelchairs? Like,
not all of them.
Half of them.
What are you talking about? Jean Grey?
But she was like, oh, when she was trying to read the thing. Does it mess up the spine?
She used to get weak, though. She did used
right?
to get weak.
Like she was getting all weak, like she needs to be in a wheelchair.
Until she was like Phoenix, she used to just be like, oh my God, it's taking too much energy.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, you're right. All right,
So I don't understand that. Maybe it does. Maybe it takes
But you have to consider that using the mind can be very draining. Just remember, thinking too hard, you get a headache. And that's that's in real life.
Yeah, that's true.
You're trying to figure out why these people doing stupid things. You're just like, no, I can't. My brain don't work that way.
Yeah, I had to leave out of the chicken place, so I know. My brain was like, oh, I couldn't take it. Yeah, it's overload. But we're going to be right back after this commercial break with our guests, and get ready to speak about some good superhero comic stuff that is going on.
All right.
Especially, guess what? It's in the Bronx, ladies and gentlemen. So that's another blessing. So we'll be right back.
As mighty armies clash in a struggle for total domination, the scales can be tipped by one man who has the courage to confront his fate and make a choice that will decide the fate of the world.
Guys put a lot of smoke in today. Wow. But anyway, we're expecting a real superhero? I don't think so. The real life superheroes are the ones that are helping out in their community today. And the LDM Show will be there to bring you the events and stories to life. Do you know a real superhero? Let us know. But for now, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook. Also visit our websites for photos, videos, and updates. But until the meantime, hey, I gotta be out of here.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. But again, like I said, we're going to talk about comics, superheroes and everything like that, and things that are happening in the Bronx. But we couldn't do that without a person doing it in the Bronx. It would not make sense, right? So today we have the Bronx Comic Con owner, founder, amazing mind, I can say. Jason is here today with us. So hello and welcome. And matter of fact, thank you first for answering our email, because we were like, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss it because it's August 26th, guys. So we're like, no, we're going to miss it. Matter of fact, they probably too big for us. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know. We didn't know. And when I got the email, I was like, whoa. First I said, whoa. I didn't even answer right away. I was like, wait, let me pinch myself.
No. Actually, my wife, the one that answered the email, she told me about it. I said, oh, sure, that's great,
Yeah.
I was from the Bronx, like, yeah, I definitely want to go in and see what's
Just bring the
happening.
mic closer.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, and I'm glad I'm here if we could talk about the event.
Right. And
Yeah.
like, first of all, so much going on in the event. Tell us a little bit about who's going to be there.
Well, you're gonna have some of the voice actors. You're gonna have like Jessica De Giovanni. She's the voice actor for some of the Transformers on Cyberverse. You got Travis Art. He's actually the voice behind Hot Rod, which is one of my favorites in Transformers.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm gonna get some stuff signed for myself. Obviously,
He got happy with that one. He's like, whoa.
I really like him a lot. He's a really nice person, also.
Oh,
He's
okay.
a great artist. You got Ryan Andes. He's the voice behind Shockwave and Greenlock. Those know. You have also Barry Letty. He does voice behind Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. You got Emily Kramer. Also, she's fun. She's a great person. She does a lot of the Pokemon characters. A lot of the Pokemon characters. She's actually the voice. And she voiced some of the Pikachu characters also as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you got your Pikachu Funko Pop, come and get it signed by her.
Dope.
That's how it would be
Wow. So you're going to actually see the faces of all
Behind the
these
voices.
cartoons that you watch.
Yeah.
When I told my son Pikachu actors were going to be there, and he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! And all. Oh, wow. That's
The moment you say
that,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, my God.
There's
Yeah.
always that one series for everybody,
Yeah,
right?
that's the one series. Yeah.
And that's
Like
what.
Yu-Gi was I like the Yu-Gi. I started watching Yu-Gi with my son. He was also playing the card, and I said I looked at the card looks good, and then he was watching the TV series, and I looked at it. I was like, oh, cool. And also 10 minutes later, I'm into it.
Yep, that's it.
I was into it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's into it. He plays Will online
Yep.
half of the time. So I'm like, okay, whatever floats his boat, he likes it. So he's like really going. And it's so funny because he has a show too. So I said, okay, so you're going to do your show and your interview? He said, no, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and have my fun. So I'm like,
Yes.
okay, so I'm the only one that's going to be working then.
Yeah, you're probably.
I'm the only one working. He's going over there taking
Well, that's what it
pictures and all.
takes. Somebody got to do the work.
Yeah. So, but ladies and gentlemen, again, it's on the 26th. So you're gonna have a lot of fun. There's gonna be anime voiceover,
Yeah.
wrestlers, carnivals, interviews, and all that stuff that you can probably take photos.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a little bit of everything. We're just trying to make it one big family event, and it's a family and friends atmosphere. That's what we, that's our main target, and we're just trying to bring everybody together like one big happy family. Trying to bring people from all the boroughs to come down here to help.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of people coming from all over the place. Again, we're gonna have cosplay contests, so that's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a few performances on the stage, so that's gonna be also fun. You have regular comic book artists, so you might get some remark or some sketch from them.
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
And then you're gonna have all type of comic book. If you're a collector, and if you like comic book toys, Funko Pop, you're gonna have somebody up there selling
That-
this stuff. So you could come here if you're a collector, you want to just buy comic books and toys. This is your place. Funko Pop, this is gonna be your place. Now, no, it's gonna be fun.
What about snacks?
Snacks.
Well, you gotta have the
pizza?
snacks. You gotta have the snacks. You gotta have
But here's
the
the thing. We were talking about, me and my wife were talking about it. Oh, how about snack, whatever. So, okay, we get snack for the vendors and
Right,
the
right.
artists, right? But then I'm like, well, there's a carnival happening. We don't want to take away from
From
the
them.
Carnival.
Yeah,
carnival
yeah.
food.
Got you.
So like,
Yeah, come on, the fondue cakes. You can't take the fondue cakes away. You know what I mean?
You have to go out there. So like, okay, we can't do that because the fun to go out there and get the final color, like you said.
Yeah.
You
So-
know, and eat all that junk food because it's part of the fun time to eat the junk food. So yeah, we ended up. But it's gonna be a fun, great event. And like I said, everyone's coming down. it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, and it's something that I personally believe that we need it here in the Bronx. That we need to have our own show.
Right.
We should have our own show. Why not? Let's get together, work together, and just bring something all the culture. So I normally do a comic book convention. That's what I normally do, but at this time I wanted to do something where I could bring everyone together. And that's why, so let's make it an anime convention this time. And we just bring the comic book and the toy and the anime and the cosplay together in one place.
Right.
A little variety for everyone. And then it looks good. Everybody, good feedbacks up there and people, really interested in the show.
I mean, I can tell you as, a geek myself, that is usually what we look for. I mean, you have your Marvel, your DC guys. You have the guys who are into Image and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of fans on the anime side don't know as much about comics, and vice versa. That the events like this can put people on. You see the person in cosplay, like, oh, that's pretty cool. Where's that from? That sort of a thing. And so, I mean, even the big New York Comic Con in Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
This Bronx one is in its second year, right? Second, third year?
This is the second year. It's a fourth event, second year.
Second year.
Yeah.
Right? So essentially, that's the one everybody wants to get to. And that started off as two separate conventions, comic and anime, that eventually merged. So I think that's the right way to go about it. Just so that way that cross culture, especially in a borough that needs something for itself like that, is going to be a great way to build it and grow it.
Yeah, we definitely, I believe that we definitely need this. And like I said before, I like the fact that we all coming together. Like I said, some people come for the cosplay, but they will learn something. Oh, they see this nice artist there.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have a lot of artists there, different style. And it's something they might get into. And they find, oh, this is nice. It's within the same culture, And the whole thing, we bring everyone together as one. And that's the main thing.
Yeah, it is good. And it's going to be also a costume
cosplay contest.
Cosplay. So
Cosplay contest. That's going to be, I'm looking forward because I really enjoy seeing people dressed up.
Right.
And like I said, I like people, when they get dressed, that's cool. That they buy the costume or whatever, but I really appreciate more when I see them they actually made it.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Didn't I just say that? Me and Will was speaking about, like, if I was a judge myself, I'll be one of those judges that'd be like, oh, okay, I seen that for $299. Right. Next,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he looked like he put all these pieces together.
Yeah, and that's
So-
why when I see these people doing it, I get very impressed. I'm like, whoa, that's impressive. You actually put that together. I need to talk to them. That's
Right.
How you did that, And here's the thing about the cosplay community. They're very friendly.
Yes.
They're very friendly, and they will talk to you, and they really like it when you ask them about the costume.
Because it shows you appreciate the time and effort.
The time they put into
time
it.
and effort too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because to me, if you last time I seen this guy, a group. One was Luke Skywalker. One was the Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah.
And then the saber himself, they didn't buy the saber. They had looks like a PVC pipe type of thing.
Okay.
With the little lights and everything. And
So
then when
they
you go like
made it.
this, you heard it go. So
Yeah.
they had it
That's
so
cool.
like themselves.
Yeah.
And when I asked them one time what made the noise, and they took it from a pipe that when you go like that, it goes woo, that little pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
Right, that it makes the sound.
Yeah.
They said they put it on there. So when they go like this, it makes the sound.
That's cool.
So,
So
you know,
see all the
that
thought they put
creativity,
that-
yeah.
All the creativity, so-
put together to actually made that one piece.
I say I don't mind if you buy something, but if you add something to it,
Yeah,
would be
that's
nice.
cool.
Yeah,
You know.
I do like it when somebody actually purchase something and you could see the alternation they did on it.
Right,
And
right,
actually,
right.
Oh, okay, so you added this, you added that, and then make it look, more
Yeah.
realistic than what it is.
and it makes it theirs.
Yeah.
It makes it theirs
Yeah,
versus.
exactly. 'Cause he put his time into it, and he created the way he wanted it.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a skeleton, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah, you do.
yeah.
You absolutely
And
right.
to me, I like the group thing too.
Oh,
Like the couples.
Yeah.
Like if I
Right.
see the couples, and not the couples where they're like the Incredibles. Like the couples if they one is good and one is bad.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah.
I like that.
Not a
Like
superhero team,
right,
but
like
the
you
hero
got
and villain.
your hero and your villain.
Yeah.
Your biggest nemesis in the world is together.
It's like saying
you know.
Batman and Poison Ivy.
Right,
Right.
right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the only one I seen close to that was like Batman with Catwoman. You know,
Okay.
I seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
seen
That's
that.
also
part.
a couple. That's a cheat
also
code.
couple.
Yeah, but
it is,
but it's
you know.
still a villain type of
Yeah.
thing. But I understand. And I didn't like it because they were both sexy couples. Like, I'm like, come on, y'all both good looking.
no.
Like, you know, what I
That's
mean?
exactly
No,
why
like
they need to do it.
Wolverine and Jean Grey. No?
Yeah, no. You know.
Hey, don't let Cyclops hear you.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
You know they had that thing going on.
Of course.
They had
Yeah,
a little thing.
yeah, that's
You know.
always. But
Yeah,
it's
I was
just.
rooting for Logan anyway.
I think everyone was.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I like Cyclops, but I always felt Cyclops was too
Stiff.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
we
you
can't
know what
hurt
it-
people, and Logan's like, oh, we're gonna hurt some
But
people.
you see, that's
Yeah, he was one of those that don't do what I say, you know, do what I do and stuff like that. Like, I want you to do this, I want you to do that.
It's Cap and Iron Man, but just in X-Men form.
But
Come on.
you know what it was? He was trying to be too much of a leader,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the same time, you know, you don't do that back doors
Right.
type of thing. Like, you know, you'd be looking at him like, please, you don't even do this.
Well, no, yeah, because he
You
tries
know?
to hold you to a standard that he can't keep himself when he has his own family drama.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, they put him in the bad spot. To be honest, though. The only time I ever liked Cyclops, if you ever read, think it's X-Force, the new series was then intended to Uncanny X-Force.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I actually said, "Oh wow, I really like Cyclops."
So you see how
they
you
were
had-
making some decision in that comic that you couldn't really say, "What is that Cyclops really making that?"
I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, and X-23 and Wolverine was pretty much the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
sent them to do
yeah.
the dirty job. It was amazing. So if you ever get to comic
But
book,
you see how you had to say that new
yeah,
X-Force.
yeah,
you see how
changed
many
it.
you see how many years
Yeah,
it
they
took
had
for
it-
Cyclops to get cool.
yeah. Well, you know, figure that, you know, it's a famous character. Might as well do something with it that
No, of
people
course.
actually relate to it.
I think that's why you get so many iterations of the similar characters, because sometimes that new author can really put a different perspective on them,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, you're totally right.
And so, you know, we love the characters, we love some of the stuff where the origins come from, but there's a reason we have a multiverse, so let's make use of it.
Oh,
That's exactly right. That's
that's-
yeah, I agree with you on that.
and that's another thing too on the contest. Let's say you do. Oops, sorry, making sure the volume. Let's say if you do buy something, but now you alternate somehow where they be like, "I never seen that." Yeah, I'm from the universe, from a different universe.
Right.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes,
Like
yes.
now you're making up your own character, and then
And basing
since
it.
it will
Yeah,
make a
you
lot
basing
more
it
sense
on
now.
alternative universe, yes.
It makes a lot of sense since they moving towards
Building multiverse and stuff, yeah.
universe.
I think, and that's especially moving forward, especially with a lot of people loving the Spider-Verse movies, right? Like as if, you know,
Oh, yeah, that's
'cause
huge.
A lot of people are new to comics thanks to the MCU.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Oh,
the
yeah.
multiversal idea introduced in movies is their introduction to it.
Yeah.
So with a lot of that happening in the last 2-3 years, I think it's a really cool thing that people start doing that with their cosplay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's okay. They should do that. But right now, to be honest with you, thank God for the MCU, because it helps so much the
Yeah.
comic book industry. I mean, let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
crazy.
We were struggling.
Mhm.
Everyone was struggling, and Marvel Iron Man was the breaking point.
Yo,
Yeah.
Iron Man was a
I
breaking
still
point.
say that's the
Yeah.
best movie.
Oh,
Not
yes.
superhero movie, but the best movie that Marvel has made.
I think so. I really still. I could watch the movie again today, and I
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
I won't skip nothing. I still watch all the way to the
And
end.
then, you know, the
Yeah.
good thing about it, like, everybody knew who he was, and it was still okay.
Yeah.
It was still okay with it,
Yeah.
But
you know.
but you don't get the MCU without Sony's Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and before
Right.
that,
Yeah.
Blade.
Oh, Blade.
Oh,
So-
well, talking about that, I always said that he doesn't get enough credit.
Nope.
I don't think Wesley doesn't get enough credit.
Wesley
You know-
Snipes killed it.
Killed that character.
Oh,
Perfect.
Put it like this.
Yo.
He killed it so much that, like, everything else they doing remix, they can never do a real
Nah,
remix.
People
They-
are
they
mad at
can't.
the idea of a new Blade. And
No, you
not to say
can't.
that Marshala can't do it, but it's just kind of like people are like,
It's
we don't even
not.
I don't want it.
I don't want a new Blade.
I know.
No.
I don't want a new
And
Blade.
it's not even
Uh,
personal to him. It's just that the first Blade, like it's like
Yeah.
trying
Yeah,
to
and-
really replace Robert Downey being,
I know,
Tony
Iron Man.
Stark. You're just like, I can accept a new Iron Man. I don't
Right.
want a new Tony Stark. You feel me?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. No,
and that's the thing. It's like, it's not Wesley Snipes. Like, there's a lot of people that don't like him.
Right.
But there's a lot of people that do. It's just the way he killed it in
yeah.
that character.
No, he
It's
did
amazing.
a
Like, he
great
made
job.
it his own.
He did, yeah.
That even the cartoon couldn't even do that much justice with it.
Right.
When they did the anime for Blade.
No.
It didn't even do that much justice.
No.
As
for
he
it.
did in his movie.
Blade
Yeah.
So
is
it's-
in a different
Yeah.
different level.
Yeah.
You would have
Yeah.
to come with another universe.
More so, and you know what? It did definitely get a little watered down by the time you get to Trinity, but that first Blade is still
The first two was okay.
The second one was good.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first one, the third one was one with
I
Reynolds, right? With Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I liked it,
But it was
Ryan
getting, it was
Reynolds,
getting,
it
it
still
was
gets
getting
a lot of hate. It still gets a lot of hate, and so I get it.
It wasn't enough that compared to the other one, but still was a good movie.
It was there's no way you can enjoy that trilogy.
Right.
No, I enjoyed every single one.
The only way
but
they,
the first one,
That was-
that's Lord.
the only way I can see them continuing Blade, like now it's not Blade himself, was a twist at the end where he finds out that maybe he has a kid. You know,
Right.
something like that.
Something random.
That where
What they're trying to do?
Right,
What
like
they're trying to do with Black Panther?
Right.
Yeah,
Where they
trying
can
to
go
Black
forward with it, but going remix it, no.
Nah.
You know how many remixes they did with Superman and all that, and it still
Right.
was good because the characters never really did justice. Maybe maybe Reed.
People
you
will
know.
argue that Christopher Reeve is still the best one. I hear that
Right.
one a lot of the time. And
Christopher Reed's was what, and again, he's not the original, people. Okay,
He's not the original.
He's not the original. I hate when they be like, yeah, the original Superman.
No.
You gotta
Who?
go black and white to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
like. Who?
Yeah,
What was his name?
yeah.
Tom something, whatever his name was. He was the original. You know. So, but Christopher Reed's
And I hear that argument, and still not like I've never heard anyone say he was the perfect Superman.
right. He did a good job.
I don't think there's a perfect Superman.
No, that's
And
why they
I
keep
think
remixing.
that's the whole thing, that he's a character that you can do that with. I hear people argue about Batman all the time. I hear somebody's a good Bruce Wayne. I hear somebody's a good Batman, and
Right.
there's so much back and forth with it. There's certain characters that you can do that with. I've never heard anyone question
Blade.
Wesley as Blade.
Nope.
I've
No,
never
no
heard it.
one.
Nope.
No,
Never.
I never heard that.
I've
never heard that. No.
Even
No.
when they did X-Men, right? And you Patrick Stewart, they were like, "Yep, that's it."
Yeah,
right?
okay.
When people were talking about we're going to do a young Patrick Stewart, they're like, "No," and
No.
that's why they went the route they went, and it worked.
It worked. It worked.
It worked.
It worked.
But in all honesty, you still like Patrick Stewart's the perfect Professor X. That's why
No,
when they
he
went Back
was.
to the Future, they had to bring him back.
Yeah,
you
no,
know
they
what I'm
have
saying?
to
Like,
bring him
Yeah,
back.
it-
He's just a perfect Professor X. That's
It's one of those good things. And again, these are kind of conversations and things you're going to see at his convention.
At the show, yeah.
Yeah, so at the show, you're going to go there. Let them know real quick before we continue our conversation because we could get lost in
gonna
this
get into it.
conversation.
You know how it
This is
goes.
where we
Yeah,
love this, so
but
that's also-
where is it going to be, time and everything? So,
Well, it's going to be 1315 Olmsted Avenue here in the Bronx. It's going to be August 26th. It's going to be early bird. It's going to be 9 o'clock. And general admission is going to be 10 o'clock into 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Most of the voice actors is going to be there at 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So come early so you get your signature, get your remarks, get your pop signs. Most of all, if you're if you like cosplay, come down, join the cosplay concert. It's going to be interest free, so just come in. And it's going to be an amazing show. We're going to have them at the show as well,
yes.
so it's going to be awesome.
we LDM is going to be there. Will is going to try. He
I'm gonna try.
He lands
I'm
from
literally
Japan.
landing from Japan.
So
that same day.
try to run over here.
You get an Uber real quick over there, just shoot over.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so we're going to be bringing some of the shows over there. I know my son from Raiden's World would be there, but he's not working. But if your kids know him, he'll stop and take a couple pictures and stuff. But I'm definitely want to go there because I want to see the inside of how this guy made all this happen, especially here in the Bronx. And then no excuses.
Glad it worked.
No excuses. The 6th train takes you right there.
Yep.
Yeah, leave you right
So there's no
I live on the 6th,
no
so,
excuses. Well, you can take the A. Everything pretty much connects to the
there. Everything
6th.
connected to the 6, pretty much.
Yeah,
connected to the
anywhere
6.
you- if
And it's
you-
right under the train station, so it's just close by you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like five minutes.
Walking distance
Yeah.
from the train station, give or take.
5 minutes for the normal walkers, maybe 10 or 12 for the slow walkers. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, walking in some of them costumes,
you
you got to
five.
take your time.
That's what I'm saying.
For
But,
Flash 5.
you know, you
What?
walk. You
What are you
walk.
talking about? You talking about two? What are you?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You're walking like,
I'm
oh
the
wow,
golden
oh
age
wow. And then if you get lost, just follow the whole cosplay parade that
If you
is
see
going on.
someone
Yeah,
dressed
yeah,
as
yeah,
Princess
yeah.
Peach, just follow them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just follow. Just follow.
Yeah, this is the day that you don't look at them and be like, this is only in New York.
You don't-
you
you don't-
don't say that this
No,
day.
no,
Yeah.
Because it's time for them to come out.
Actually, I think every convention I've been to, I have always seen. It doesn't even matter if it's an anime one. Princess Peach. Princess Peach is the one
Yeah.
character I've always seen.
Yeah,
It's
that's
weird.
what
You
right.
always
I
see-
actually seen her. Yeah.
All right, you will always see a Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
You always gonna see Star
a
Wars.
stormtrooper or a Jedi.
Yeah, you'll
But you're gonna see that here.
A
We have the
Batman.
Michael One Legion's gonna be here too, so that's gonna be awesome.
you'll see a Batman. You rarely, and which I love to see, Mortal Kombat.
Yo, every now and yeah.
But you know
You
what?
rarely see it.
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Scorpion
Scorpion.
is like the biggest one there.
Every
I
now
guess.
and again.
He is, he
Every
is.
now and
And
again, I see
Sub-Zero.
somebody come as Liu Kang because they pretty much just want to walk around without a shirt.
Really?
That's
I
what
never
it is.
That's what it
Liu
is?
Kang on the show.
No, I never seen one.
I've seen them.
I
never
seen
seen
Sub-Zero, Scorpion,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I even seen the Fatality Scorpion with the skull. and
Oh,
everything.
that's dope.
Oh,
So I
never
seen that one. I seen that
would
one.
be- That's
So-
something.
That's sick.
But those are the rare ones. But like, I really don't want to see too much of a Star Wars because I've seen so many
Right.
of them. I want to see something different, you know. And then the females always, you know, because the sexy outfits and stuff like that. We're like, the cartoon wasn't this sexy. So, but you know, not even the comics, not even the comics. But
Well, that's why it's called live action.
yeah, hey,
Yeah, but the females do rule the cosplay.
yeah.
They actually do the majority.
I'm-
Not too
And
many.
a lot of the females are the ones that win the contest.
90% of the time, it's
Yeah,
the female that wants the
because
contest,
they outdo
But-
themselves
but
with the
yeah, it's
extras
easy for them
and
because they're
stuff.
very comfortable wearing makeup and
And
all
all
this
that,
stuff.
yeah.
And we're not gonna feel that comfortable wearing makeup. So
I don't-
it's
And then
easier
you
for
know them right away. As soon as you see them, you know what character they
They
are.
are.
Well,
A
that's
lot
what
of the
I-
time.
That's what I like a lot of time when you actually see them they dressed up so when you can actually tell right away who they're playing.
Off the rip,
You know,
yeah.
you know, that's awesome when they do that.
So that's a good thing, and these are things that you're gonna see. It's kids accepted, so you can come with your kids because they're gonna.
Yeah.
Matter of
It's
fact,
a 12 and under stuff.
yeah,
so,
come with your kids.
Yeah, so just bring your kids.
Yeah, as an adult, you some of y'all adults need to come with your kids because you need
Oh, yeah.
someone a translator. You know what I mean? You need a translator. So the kids be like, no, this is Dad, no. That's from the first Pokemon. This one is from like you
Yeah.
need
Oh,
someone.
yeah, you get that. 'cause-
Yeah.
You need someone
That's
to
actually true.
direct
To break
you.
it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the young kid they know everything.
Yeah,
They're the one, where this one's from? Oh, it's
Yeah.
from this. Okay.
Because that's why I be
What
laughing.
anime is that one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I laugh when some people are like, yeah, I know this, and then you look at them like, did you just mention the first episode? This
Yeah,
is not. This,
no.
You know, this is another season, right? Like,
Yeah.
and some of them like, when I speak to them, I'm like, wait a
Y'all
minute,
really know
you
this.
confused me. You just say you're an expert, but that was like last season when I was a kid. We're like
Oh, you're way
4
back, so-
seasons, you know,
Yeah.
beyond that. So, because my son be like, yeah, I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm like, okay, which one? And he'll name the ones.
No.
You know, and then if I name them wrong, no, Dad,
No,
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 that
no.
was the second one. I'm already up to the.
Yeah.
There used to
Yeah.
be a song. Oh, it's still a thing, but with Pokemon 2000, right? There's
Yeah.
literally a song on there called "They Don't Understand" about how adults can never understand how kids talk about Pokemon.
I agree.
Yeah, it's just,
Absolutely, I agree. And they got so many names, and like I don't know them, and I'm like, who is it? Like my son is big in collecting the Pokemon cards, and oh my god, some of the cards are so expensive. I can't even
yeah,
believe it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
get to next. Like with these comics, a lot of people don't understand, and it's so funny. You be like, yeah, comics are kind of expensive. I don't understand why. I don't understand how your sneakers are so expensive, but you
Right.
still go
there
online.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's the
mean?
way to put it too. Yeah.
Right?
It's-
you know,
it's-
if you're collecting sneakers, it's the same thing as collecting a comic. Like
Yeah.
the first Superman, the first 5, because the first 5 Supermans had a mistake in it before they realized that the QC person realized that it was a mistake and they stopped the presses. Those 5 already left.
They're right there.
$20,000 for the first original. If it's in perfect condition,
Yeah.
almost $100,000.
That's a lot of money.
And that's the Superman.
At
And
the-
what's that, 19 something? 40, 50, whatever that first
But
comic came out?
40
40 something.
No, 1939, I believe. it
Woo!
was.
So imagine, there are some,
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
the World War II.
yeah, so there are some out there that,
The what was happening? Yeah.
World War II.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was
That
some
was part
out there
of the
that's
reason
pretty,
they
Yeah.
had him as the.
Well,
you know.
a lot of
yeah,
the,
and the Captain America
Yeah.
and all.
yeah, but Captain America was a lot involved with the World War. You
Right.
you get to see the Nazis.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and Hitler's on those covers. I looked at some of the books. I was like, oh, it's just a little bit of a propaganda over here.
Oh,
going
of course,
on, you know?
of course.
You know, but in history, at the end of the day, all those comic books is actually
Well, I
history.
mean, if you go through a lot of the Marvel projects, there are hidden meanings and messages, and you know,
Yeah.
Stan Lee talked about it. Like, you know, I always bring it up. X-Men is the civil rights movement, and a lot of people sleep on that
Okay.
because you know, he made his Malcolm and his Martin, but the thing was, he said I couldn't make it black versus white. He had to make it mutants versus whatever, so everyone can relate and understand it, right? That's why the X-Men are so diverse, so that way there's a representative for anyone to feel like they could relate
Relate.
to them.
that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But Black Panther was supposed to be about a country that, you know, if everything were perfect for Africa, the perfect ideal nation,
yeah.
was, right? It's not the same story.
It's a different
Right.
story.
The story of our people and our movement is actually the one with white people in it.
It's a different coloration.
Right?
It's the black and white
Oh,
version, and
right.
you got the coloration.
One is more of our reality, as weird as you can say about it's a comic,
Okay.
right? And then the other one is the fantasy. So but that's the whole thing. There's a lot in it. We have another guy. His name is Ralph. He hosts the show R&R Show.
Okay.
He likes to talk about the A-Force, where it was like one of the first comics where you actually saw LGBTQT representation, and Marvel was one of the people to like push that out there because they were always Stan Lee was very much aware of the struggles of his people.
Okay.
Right? And so a lot of the stories that him and Kirby put together were meant to always be able to promote a message out there to normalize certain things and get people to kind of open up their mind to the world around them, but using a fun way to do it. So, like, that's why comics can mean so much, because it's this medium where a lot of people feel the fantasy of it. It can break the reality, right? Any of the stigmas, any of the prejudice, any stuff that you have.
Which you need.
And now you can understand maybe another point of view or open up your mind to accepting people of different ideas and races and things like that.
Their point of view.
Yeah,
It's
and it's always a point of view, especially when you're speaking to the movie viewers and the comic readers.
Yes.
Oh,
It's always a battle between those two.
It's two different.
And they'd be like, "Oh
views.
man, this movie's good," and then when I'd be like, "Well, that was not in the comics." What you mean? It was in the movie. You know the comics come out before the movie, right?
right?
You know what I mean?
Most of the time.
Right.
You do get that a lot. But me personally, because I'm both and I do like the movie.
Yeah.
And I also like when they change something because it's something I didn't read or something that I'm not expecting. I don't really want to watch the movie and
know the entire thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, oh, no, now this is going to happen. And now she's going to pop up. No. Surprise, because otherwise, what am I doing here?
Right. I already know the story.
I used to do it in school. Like, read this book. Dude, they got a movie about it?
Well, no,
That's in school now. That's in school, you know.
I've had that debate with a lot of other comic fans and anime fans, and it's just like, look, there's the Hollywood aspect to the storytelling, right? Like, there's a reason why Captain America doesn't die in Civil War. There's, and it's things that go beyond just the writers, the script. Because the reason why we fall in love with it as comic fans with the movies is because you can tell when they actually have comic fans writing it.
Yes,
Right.
you can actually tell.
But then you got to add in the fact that it is a business, it's a corporation, it's the
It is.
movie aspect. They have to make it appealing to other people who aren't comic fans. And you have to appreciate it on that level.
Yeah, you have to.
Like you said, Marvel did wonders for the comic community.
No, they did.
Right?
They did.
And so, like, you got to appreciate the artistry in the medium that it is. So if the movie format has to differ from the comics, it's a movie. What are they doing?
It's a movie. It's a business. Like
Yeah.
you said, at the end of the day, it's a business, and they got to bring that money. And at the end of it, we should be grateful that we actually get to see this in live action. You know, and that's what I appreciate. You know.
Yeah, and I like the fact, like before, comics came in different sizes. Like it was not the same size book type of thing.
No,
they
there were
had,
different
They had the
sizes.
little like Archie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Archie came in that
You
little.
mean the little small format?
Yeah.
Remember that little book?
Yeah.
I remember. Why did my mic keep dropping? Oh, off balance. I remember the little books that my mom used to give me for Archie, and I'm like, okay. But then I see the big comics, and I'm like, what's the difference? They were all comics. So, and my mom was like, this is a man's soap opera. That's what that is.
Before
That's
wrestling.
what it was.
Yeah,
Before
that's
wrestling.
to her, you know. And then I was like, I didn't realize it. And then when I got to my 20s, which is about 2 years ago, well, but I started noticing a lot of the females started getting into the comics. Like when I was in, so it became more than a male soap opera. Now that's when I guess the word geekum and all this other stuff started coming alive.
Oh, yeah.
Because people were like, wait, this is not just for the males. This is storyline, especially
everyone.
when they started making like comics with Betty, Catwoman, and all these other stuff that they just more introducing the woman involved. Everybody came involved. In
I
it,
mean,
which I loved
look
it.
at one
it's
of
good.
the world's biggest female characters is younger than me.
Who's
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Her first release was literally in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, it
in
was,
in
yeah.
'92.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was.
And so she's actually younger than me.
Yeah.
But you have it this female presence in comics. At one point they had a female version of almost every male character because they noticed there's an audience for it. Right?
There's an audience for it,
Doesn't-
but now this day, a lot, like you said, a lot of more girls really got into comic book
Yeah.
than before. Because before, really, you walk into comic book store And you were surprised if you see any girl
Yep.
there,
Right.
she was
That's what I'm
walking with her
saying.
boyfriend in there.
Right, right,
You know?
right.
Yeah, she was in there buying.
And she had the
just
attitude
right.
like, hurry up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
we're
like-
in the shoe store.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah, like what we do in the shoe store. Right, absolutely. But now you go to like if you go to Midtown Comic, I usually go. There's a lot of female person
A
comics.
lot of a lot of
Yeah.
people, a lot of females working in the store.
Yeah, I work in the
knowledgeable
store.
about the cause.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of
That's
people
right.
just
And
getting
you do
into
ask
it.
them a question about it, and they do know what to talk about.
Yep.
And you're
Yeah,
like, oh,
that's
wow, I'm
like
impressed.
you have that female mechanic, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
you
you
know,
know.
you know what you're talking about.
But you see, I think that's a big change in the last
It's
20
a-
years.
It's a game changer. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
really
love
is.
it. I love it because
Yeah, me too.
You know, I feel like a lot of people from my age and up, we kind of gatekeep because there was an era where being a comic fan, being an anime fan, you know, you were not cool, right? You were,
yeah,
you-
yeah,
you-
you
Yeah.
got it on the low
you know,
down.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You gotta keep it on the low. So the fact that it's
I guess
become
I was
so
never
mainstream.
cool.
yeah.
I tell people that all the time. It's like, nah, don't ever
Especially-
think I'm cool. I'm a geek.
I
say
always
straight.
looked at my comic book, my anime.
Yep, me too.
You know, that was me. My childhood was comic books, video games, Atari, all that stuff, and anime. I remember when I started watching anime, it was, I think it was in the 90s, when I couldn't find anime. I had to go downtown Manhattan.
Down in Chinatown.
Yeah,
to get
down
the
in
movies.
Chinatown.
That was the only
Yup,
place,
yup,
you
yup.
know, that's the only place I could get anime, you know.
I think my first anime back when I was 22, like 2 years ago, like I was saying. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was G-Force was the first one
G-Force,
that I watched
okay.
on TV.
Oh yeah,
On
yeah,
TV
yeah,
was
yeah,
the first
yeah,
one
yeah.
that I watched, and I was like pretty hooked.
Yeah.
And me and my friends were like, G-Force, trash. You know, like we were like putting on the things and thinking we were all that. And then as time
G4 was cool.
as
Back
time
in the day,
goes by,
yeah.
we watched like Hunter D, and then we watched these
Ooh,
other
Vampire
stuff.
Hunter D?
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
know,
Ooh, that was something.
That's when we were getting
man.
more
I
into
loved
it.
That's
Ninja Scroll.
right, Ninja
Ninja
Scroll,
Scroll,
and
that-
then all of a sudden TV started bringing like Voltron and all this other
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
So it started aggressing, but again, like he said, you were considered a nerd if you were.
Yeah,
so
you could watch it up
we
to a
had to
certain
play
age, and then
baseball.
eventually you weren't cool if you still watched
Right,
it.
right.
Yeah, you still.
Well, that's when you had your baseball card
decks.
decks. Be like, hey, let me, you know, I still got my baseball card decks, but I got my comics right here on the
Yeah,
side.
right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but these things, I guess, started, you know, forming as we got older. Now people watch this and be like, oh wow, and I'm like, yeah, I seen that when I was young.
Word.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
word.
It was always there. We always watched it because I remember. If you remember Messenger C,
Oh yeah.
that was anime.
no,
Yeah.
but that
You know?
one they were giving
And
in,
then you had
in
Silverhawk.
Canal.
Silver
That was
Hawks.
also anime.
And
You
I
know?
think a lot of it was that a lot of people didn't understand back then, right? The difference between animes and cartoons.
And cartoons.
It was just
Right.
all animation.
Yeah,
and,
you're absolutely
you know,
right. Yeah.
Because I remember my first. So I didn't realize it at first, but my first anime was Speed Racer.
Yes, that's
Right,
anime.
that was my
Yeah,
first
yeah,
real
yeah.
anime that I watched on a religious basis on Cartoon Network, kind of a
Right.
thing when
Yeah.
I was a kid. Right, I'm a '90s kid.
Okay.
Oh, so you're talking about the newer version?
No, no,
Not
no,
the
no,
old
no, no.
version?
The
Oh,
original.
old
They used to
version.
remember back in the day.
Oh, they gave the old version?
Cartoon
There
Network
wasn't.
used to
Remember,
play-
there wasn't Boomerang in the '90s, so
Yeah.
they used to have older cartoons in the
Oh,
morning.
okay, okay.
You know, your Tom and Jerry,
Right,
whatever,
right.
and then the newer stuff in the evening after
Yeah,
everybody came.
Yeah,
home from
because
school.
the Speed Racer,
Yeah,
I just
right.
had to watch it on Saturday cartoon.
Yeah. So those Saturday
that-
cartoons were our morning cartoons.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay,
what that
okay,
was.
okay.
And I didn't realize that. I remember growing up, people didn't realize Pokemon was an anime.
No.
That it came from Japan at first. Like nobody really understood that. So I think that was part of the stigma too, because as you grow up, right, the cartoons are for kids and this and whatever. It had less to deal with it. I think that those who understood maybe that in anime, I feel like the anime and storytelling is a bit more advanced than American cartoons at the time.
Right,
It was.
yeah.
It was. I feel like
It
it was.
was.
Yes,
And
it
so
was.
you could dive deeper into the stories and whatever. There was it always seemed like there was more to it,
Yeah.
right? Where you didn't need that ending at the end of it, like in Brave Star, where they had to see. And today's lesson is, you know,
Ah,
Right, yeah, yeah.
it was already you did it through the episode. So
Mhm.
I think that's also why I gravitated more towards that
Okay.
in my own geekdom,
Right.
towards anime and manga and stuff like that. I used to stay up and wait for I used to wait for the new episode of Bleach or Naruto to drop online from Japan with the raw stuff.
Yeah.
At like 1 o'clock in the morning every Friday at one point,
And you were
right?
just waiting
Yeah,
to
and you
do
still had
the-
dial-up, and you had to wait for the AOL to take a year and a day to download it, so that way you could actually watch it at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, we have someone on Facebook, matter of fact, that said Speed Racer was a cartoon until we figured it out.
Yup. See?
yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so and things like that, like you said, with Speed Racer and stuff.
Go live.
I didn't really like realize anime, like you said, from cartoons, because back in our days, it was Saturday cartoons.
Yeah, but
So
sorry,
the word was cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cartoon.
Then they
That's
gave
why-
like
yeah, it was
gargoyles
cartoon.
and all that.
Gargoyles.
And that
Oh man,
people
I
thought,
still like that. I still like that shit.
but people thought that was an American type thing. No, it was written by anime writer first.
I think that's
No,
why
he
they
didn't know
know.
that.
So that's why it was more of okay. They want to try to bring it towards.
But that's why it was
You
a
know.
show ahead of its time. I think
Right.
I went back and I was watching it because when Disney Plus first dropped, right, there was but so much people got it for. They wanted to see the new Star Wars thing, The Mandalorian.
Yeah, okay,
and then when they
that's
saw
fine.
like, what? They have all these old cartoons? And Gargoyles was the one I heard everyone talking about because a
Yep.
lot of people didn't remember it, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's in the first 5 or 6 episodes. There's an episode where the police officer is almost raped. And I was just like, wait.
This is,
Yeah.
I
that's what
remember
I'm saying.
watching this at 4. Exactly.
It
I
was
think
it was a Japanese.
It was
I don't-
way
Yeah.
ahead of its time.
It was
Yeah,
an
it was way
anime,
ahead
of its time.
but they had it on the cartoon.
Yep.
I'm surprised they
So
actually
people
even
thought-
play that here. They
But-
probably would have edited just that part.
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
that
play it.
nowadays-
You don't
Yeah.
see it, but that she's about to be whatever. I think she ends up shooting him or somebody.
Yeah, but
shoots
you
him.
figure out what's
right.
happening, what
Whoa,
was taking
what?
place.
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of '90s cartoons, especially like Batman the animated series and Superman, there's a lot of adult themes that are actually thrown in there, and I think that's why there's a lot of conversation about what we grew up with and what the
Right.
kids grow up with now. Like I call it the post SpongeBob, right?
Mhm.
After December '99, a lot of people saw that slapstick comedy thing was a lot easier to make, a lot more receptive.
But-
Okay.
But a lot of people went towards that route, not realizing that SpongeBob was a show that was originally made for adults. So
Yeah.
that's why there's all these adult themes in it.
Eh,
But
two
you know,
college
kinda
kids.
cross
But the
over it.
kids just don't want to pick
Yeah,
that
it's
up.
just VH1 didn't want to pick it up.
Nope.
MTV didn't want to pick it up. Cartoon Network said this is not for Adult Swim, and so they said, well,
Yeah.
let's try Nickelodeon because everybody says it's too stupid.
and then
and that-
And it's
still-
so
it's
funny
still
because
airing.
it was two college
Well,
kids doing
I love
it.
it.
Two college kids started it just for a class project.
Oh, that's how.
And then someone else said, this could probably be a show. Let's see who want to pick it up.
Okay.
And so they helped them, and they even shocked. They were like, "Well, we just did it because we're silly like that."
Right.
So it's like really when you're watching them, it's watching
it's
the
really
creators.
themselves.
And now
Yeah.
to this day, people all over the world argue about who can beat SpongeBob in a fight.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, come on. But a lot of the things, and again, this is the stuff that you will see there. If when you go there, I'm not gonna say if. When you go there, take the 6
You
train
go.
straight out there. Again, it's August 26th. We're gonna have a good time there.
Oh, we're gonna have a blast.
I'm just dying to see the faces beyond the voice. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I'm like
That's
that's
always a twist.
Yeah, that
I
is.
remember when people found out that Bart Simpson was voiced by a woman, they were like,
yeah.
"What?"
What? Yeah.
Yeah, right. You're like,
like
what?
Goku as well. Japanese
Yes,
Goku
yes,
was a
yeah,
woman.
Yeah.
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 So some of these voiceover actors wind up doing more than just that one.
Oh yeah.
No, they always do
You know.
more than that. You know, they always do a few voices.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
one of my
few
favorite
characters.
fun fact is that there were two actors who pretty much voiced almost all of my favorite, African American characters through the '90s. Who I know them from when you would see their face. So I was
Right.
surprised to find out they were behind the characters. Phil Lamar and
Okay.
Cree Summers, right? From Cree Summers was on A Different World,
Okay.
and Phil Lamar, I knew him from Mad TV.
Okay.
And he's Jon Stewart, he's Fillmore, he's all that. And I was just like, whoa, just 2 people did that. And then I started looking at, Tara Strong has how many people in her voice acting record and stuff like that. There's just
there's a couple of
these
them.
guys do so much work, and you don't
No, they do.
realize it.
And
They do.
then you think
Damn,
about
he
it.
voiced my entire childhood.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Then you think about it. Japanese animation is not so far away from the Chinese karate movies, where they had that one person doing all these movies as a voiceover.
Yeah.
So
What?
that's why when you watch a karate movie, you're like, why that guy sounds the same as the other movie? And they look
Hey,
different.
You want to talk about the hardest working voice actor? Is that whoever has the deep voice on Telemundo?
Oh,
Yeah,
He covers every movie.
He covers
He covers
everything.
he's like
Even
the,
the soccer game.
Yeah.
Everything.
Goal.
Yes. But that's these guys. They, in order to make a living, they have to learn how to change their voices. So,
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the hard part is when you're doing the movie for 3 to 4 characters,
Right.
and you got to stay on character for this one, and then change to this one, and then
That's
that's
a lot of hard work because you really had to work in changing your voice and always miming that same voice. That's a lot of work.
But
Think
we
about it,
also
for different characters.
forget about just changing the voice, but when you really bring individuality to someone is also how they speak, right? So
That's
the
what I'm
speech
saying.
patterns,
Yeah.
keeping that character, that persona, all
Yeah,
of
that character. That
Like you have a good character, and then all of a sudden switch to a bad character.
Right.
So you have to now change your feelings. And
That's also think about it.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
so
That's
these
some
guys
skill.
have skill. Don't
They
undertake
have
them.
skill. No, they do have skill, and it takes a lot. It sounds easy to say I'm behind
yeah.
the mic, but no, it's not. That do take a lot of work, a lot of dedication. You know.
I mean,
and you have to have that passion for the character you're voicing.
Yeah.
My favorite voiceover over fact is, the guy who does the voice of American Goku, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually did the scream for the length of the charge from Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 to the point that he passed out.
Oh my
After
God.
he did all that, he passed out. So like that's
That was not even like repeat recording.
No,
No,
he
that
was.
was-
He
wow.
Yeah, he did the
See, I didn't know that.
Now
I didn't know
they
that.
broke up the recording because, of course, during the charge up, you're hearing Krillin talking this, whatever.
Right.
But the actual scream was one long recording that he did, and it's it's a really
something.
fun fact
awesome.
because it shows just how much effort someone
Yeah,
could put
and
in.
how
Like, we
work-
talk about method actors that we can
Right.
see. But there are people who do that with voice acting, and we don't think of it to the same level.
Yeah.
Like it is a very unique skill set to have.
It is. It is.
Yeah, a lot of American actors who try to do voiceovers say it's harder than you think. Like when The Rock did his first one, he was like, "This was crazy." It's like you can't really see the cartoon or your anime, and you have to try to get into this character,
right.
and then you have to match the perfect, and then now you got the guys in the background matching it perfectly and making sure. But just to fall into that character, like
Well, even the Alvin
hard
and the
work.
Chipmunk stuff, you
Yeah.
have to. They said that in order to record that properly, to get the right tone for the character, you have to speak like 5 times slower than you normally would,
Right.
so they can speed it up and it'll
To get-
play
to get that
normal
squeaky-
at that
Yeah.
squeaky voice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh
that
snap,
squeaky
something you
voice.
never thought about,
So-
right? You
No,
just
you
saw
didn't
someone
thought about
really
that.
trying to talk like this. They
Yeah,
don't do that.
You
Yeah.
can't.
It's your normal voice, but
see
you
why they
go-
need that? Just talk,
And
just
then
have
speed
you.
it up a little to get
Just have you. They don't need that. They don't need that. Save some money. No. But guys, again, we only got like about 3 more minutes. I want to make sure you guys know. You guys can go on the 26th. Let them know everything.
On the 26th, August 26th, it's going to be BX Anime Comic Book Expo. You could go also to www.jasocollectible.com. We do have a 50% off sales for tickets, so take advantage of the sale. Like I said, it's going to be a fun event. Anime, cosplay, comic books, toys, Funko Pop, you name it, we have it. It's going to be just amazing. It's
And
going to
that-
be amazing.
That was
Yes.
1350 Olmsted, right?
Yeah, 1315 Olmsted
1350
Avenue.
Olmsted.
From 9 to 4.
9 to 4,
Yeah,
correct.
you
All
take the
right.
6 train. Takes you about 5 minutes away from it.
Yeah.
So, or if you didn't catch the information, go to the LDMshow.com or go to our Facebook page or our Instagram page. We have that flyer there as well. So clicks on it has his link, so you can go
Yes.
to his link, talk to him. If you have any questions? Are you still looking for like vendors or stuff like that?
Unfortunately, we are completely sold out.
Look
That's
at that.
that's a good thing.
That's business.
That's a good thing.
that might be good.
So I'm sorry, I was trying to help you guys out, but you know they fully
You're gonna
booked.
have to try
But-
for the next
That's
one.
what I'm
Well,
saying.
next
But
one.
contact
Next one,
him
yeah.
if you are anime vendor or something. Contact
Yeah.
him for his next shows, and we're gonna have fun. If you see us there, let us know that you've seen us. We're gonna be having fun talking to people.
we are gonna be having
I have
fun.
one last question before we go.
What's up?
Sure.
All right, so I you had me say I would definitely be Flash if I were a superhero.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know,
what-
I don't know if I'd be a good guy, but
No.
who would y'all be?
Well, me, I would say Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Okay.
Because of the blindness or the, you know, like which one? I don't want to see these dumb people no more.
No, because somebody. Because I actually thought he was one of those superheroes that you, as a person, could actually be.
Yeah, I feel that.
Ah,
I feel
okay,
that.
gotcha.
You
I
know,
gotcha.
he didn't have that extra superpower. It was just abilities, though.
Right,
Right.
just the grown
Yeah,
abilities.
so you could actually be the Daredevil.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
That
that's
makes
why.
sense.
I like that. I like that. I think out of all of them, it'd be a stretch because I was thinking like maybe Wolverine because he don't care about nobody. He you know, but he still feels self-centered sometimes. So I was like,
Yeah.
no, maybe not him. I'm gonna have to go probably with, goodness gracious, as a comedian, I would say Plastic Man.
Oh, Plastic Man.
I can make everything grow big. No.
I ain't mad at that.
see that.
Right? No. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the LDM Show. Jason, thank you for coming today and giving us this time to be with you. It was great.
Thank you so much. Thanks
Again, let them know your Instagram so they could check it out.
Lone Wolf Comics on IG. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But that's long_wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you say that.
Yeah, underscore. 2 underscore.
2 underscores. Again, all that information is on our page. Check them out. But I hope I get to see you guys there and let them know, hey, you see him on the show.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
And especially, like I said, we all love comics. We all love superheroes. Yes. For us, if you see me giggly, and it's because I'm with my superheroes that came to life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna see me giggling around. Cause that's what I'm telling you. I'm excited that Travis gonna be there because I say Hot Rod is one of my favorite Stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, my God.
So
I'm definitely getting my stuff signed by.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And they highlighted a little bit of Hot Rod in the new series. So that's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
So I'm Charles Aloma. This is Will Davis again. We'll see y'all guys next week and keep those questions coming in and we'll keep answering as much as we could. So have fun and I hope I see you on the 26th.
Take care, guys.
He's got my heart beating louder than a gunshot. Smokes out the barrel and the handpiece is burning hot. He's got me, he's guilty of loving me in the first degree. Such a criminal after my own heart. He's in my mind like a thief sneaking through the dark. He's got me, he's guilty.